make a video for you. So if we're rounding to the tens digit, we underline the tens and we go to the neighbor and we say 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. So the underlined digit here rests at a 5 and anything after becomes a 0. Next one is underline the tens digit, go to the neighbor, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. So this number soars to a 6 and everything after becomes a 0. We underline the 5 or more, let it soar, it soars to a 6. We underline this digit and it turns into 270 because 5 or more, let it soar, the 6 turns into a 7 and everything after the underlined digit turns to a 0. Next one, we underline the 2, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. So this soars to a 3 and anything after the underlined digit turns to a 0. Now we're going to round to the thousands. We use the same exact process, but instead of underlining the tens digit, we underline the thousands digit. So we underline thousands, we say 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. It rests and everything after becomes a 0. We underline the thousands digit, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. This turns into a 5 and everything else turns into a 0. We're going to round to the hundreds. So we underline the hundredths digit and we go to the neighbor, 5 or more, let it soar, 4 or less, let it rest. This rests at a 3 and everything else becomes a 0. We'll do another one. We underline the hundredths digit. We go to the neighbor. It is a 5 or more. So we soar to a 4 and everything after becomes a 0. Now I would like you to practice saying these numbers. So this is the thousands place, the hundreds place, the tens place, and the ones place. So we say 1,547.
Okay.
4,262. 4,262. Does that make it a little easier for you doing it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. 5,621. 8,962. 9,432. Make sense? So you say the thousands here, you say the hundreds here, and then these are like 65 or 26. If it's a 0 here, then it would be 9,402. 3,509. Does that make sense to you? If there's a 0 in the hundreds, 3,000, you don't say hundreds, so you just say 3,053, 6,099, 7,036,